You've just been hit by a reckless driver in Georgia. You're in pain, your car is totaled, and then it hits you. You don't have health insurance. In that moment, a hospital visit can feel like a financial death sentence. But here's the truth. Most Georgians don't hear soon enough. No insurance doesn't mean no options. Today, I want to address a concern that many people have after a serious car accident. What happens if you don't have health insurance? If you've been on a wreck, say on I-285 or a neighborhood street in Atlanta or anywhere in Georgia really, this video is for you. As a personal injury lawyer, I've seen countless clients struggle with medical bills and financial uncertainty, especially when they're uninsured. By the end of this video, you'll understand your rights, know what steps you can take, and see how the law can work for your benefit. So let's dive right in. Picture this. Mary, a 27-year-old single mother of two living in Savannah, Georgia, is heading home from work one evening. She's careful, following every traffic rule, but another driver speeds through a red light and crashes into her car. She's really shaken up, and her car is totaled, and she quickly realizes she's injured. Her neck and back are in pain. But, like so many Georgians, Mary doesn't have health insurance. Immediately, her mind floods with anxiety. How will I afford these hospital bills? Will I get the treatment I need? Mary's story is a lot more common than you would think. A high-speed collision can rack up thousands of dollars in medical expenses within a matter of hours. If you're uninsured, it's easy to fear the worst and assume you'll have to pay everything out of pocket. But here's what most people don't realize. Georgia law provides avenues to help you recover damages even if you don't have health insurance. Hey, my name is Peter Jarasyi, founder of Slam Dunk Attorney, and in this video, we'll reference important Georgia law, show how it applies to real-life situations like Mary's, and explore strategies to help you get the coverage you need for your injuries without any insurance necessary. You see, Georgia is an at-fault state, meaning if someone else causes your accident, you can pursue the claim directly against their insurance for your damages. This includes medical expenses, lost wages, pain and suffering, and more. If you don't have health insurance, the at-fault driver's liability insurance may end up covering all of your medical costs, assuming you can prove the other driver's negligence. Now, negligence in Georgia typically means the at-fault driver violated some duty of care, right? Like ignoring a traffic signal or speeding. The crucial legal concept here is fault. If you can demonstrate that the other party was more than 50% at fault for the accident, you may be entitled to recover a portion or all of your damages. Georgia follows what's called a modified comparative negligence system. So if you're partially at fault, your recovery might be reduced by your percentage of responsibility. But as long as you're less than 50% at fault, you may still have a viable claim. Now understand this, when you're hurt in a crash, you need medical attention immediately. But many people worry, if I go to the ER without insurance, won't I be stuck with a huge bill? The answer, unfortunately, is complex, but here's the good news. Under Georgia law, if another driver's negligence caused your injuries, you can include the cost of that hospital visit and follow-up care as part of your claim for damages. Now, beyond that, there are other healthcare providers like physical therapists, orthopedic surgeons, chiropractors that will treat you on what's known as a lien basis, meaning they agree to receive payment from the eventual settlement or verdict instead of you paying up front. Although this arrangement varies from practice to practice, it's a lifeline for those without insurance. Your attorney can help connect you with those providers who work under these agreements, ensuring you receive the care you need while your claim is pending. Now, when it comes to recovering medical expenses, Georgia courts have repeatedly emphasized the importance of proving necessity and reasonableness of the bills. This is typically demonstrated through the medical records themselves, physician testimony, or affidavits verifying the causation of the injury and the cost of the treatment. Now, back to the example with Mary. After her accident, she's drowning in stress and worried about medical bills. Here's what I'd advise her and what I'd advise you if you're in a similar situation. Seek immediate medical attention. Your health is your top priority. Even if you lack insurance, do not skip the doctor. Going to the ER and following up with specialists shows you're taking your injury seriously, which also strengthens your legal claim. Consult a Georgia personal injury lawyer. The experienced attorney knows which documents to gather, how to prove fault, and how to calculate the full extent of your damages. They can also connect you with medical providers who might treat you on a lien basis. Document everything. Save every medical bill, prescription receipt, and doctor's note. Keep track of missed workdays. These details matter in proving the reasonableness and necessity of your expenses. Don't rush to settle. The insurance companies often offer quick, lowball settlements. If you don't have health insurance, that money might look tempting, but settling too soon could leave you financially vulnerable. An experienced attorney can help you decide whether a settlement is fair or you should continue negotiating or even go to trial. Being uninsured after an accident can feel overwhelming. You might think no one's on your side or you'll be stuck with bills forever. But Georgia law is designed, in part, to protect you in situations like this. The courts understand that an at-fault driver should be responsible for the harm they cause, not the injured victim who happens to lack health insurance. Yes, the process can be tough. Medical liens can be intimidating, and insurance adjusters might try to pressure you. But with the right legal guidance, you can face those challenges head-on. Many of my former clients were initially terrified of how they'd be able to afford treatments, but they found relief when they understood the tools and protections afforded by Georgia law. To wrap up, if you've been in a car accident in Georgia and you don't have health insurance, don't panic. You still have options. Seek medical care, keep thorough records, and consult a personal injury lawyer who understands Georgia's at-fault laws and how to maximize your recovery. Georgia's laws exist to ensure you are not left footing the bill for someone else's mistake. I know this process can feel overwhelming, especially if you're uninsured. You're trying to recover, you're worried about bills, and now you're being told to consider filing a claim. But before you take that next step, there's something critical you need to understand. What happens to your insurance rates if you file a claim, even when the accident wasn't your fault? It's one of the most common and most misunderstood questions I get, because in Georgia, the answer isn't always simple. In the next video, I'll walk you through exactly how Georgia insurers assess risk, when a claim might raise your premiums, and the language you need to avoid when talking to adjusters. If you're even thinking about contacting your insurance company, this video could save you from making a costly mistake. Click here to watch that one now before you make a mistake you can't undo.